Hey guys, this is Premchand from Web Coding Tricks YouTube channel. We will be looking into the jQuery event handlers as part of next video for jQuery tutorial series. So let's go to our page and let's see what are the events. So for example, this click inside this box is an event, or when the cursor is on this box and I hit the tab, cursor goes to the date of birth. So another event have happened, which is focus. So the date of birth field is currently in focus. That is another event. And when it will go to the favorite colors, uh, the date of birth field have lost its focus. So that is called the blur event. So on all these events, if we want some things to happen, for example, we want to get the value from the field, if I want to want to change the color of fields in some way, or want some to fire some AJAX request, uh, all of this is called handling of event. So let's see how we can how and what we can do. For example, let's start with push click event. Let's say we want something to happen when we click this push me button. So let's start with the code. Here is the push me button, and here PM is its ID. We will be calling it by ID. So let's start. So to call it by ID, we will use the sharp, and here is the click event handler of jQuery. In JavaScript, we do it differently. We use onClick inside here in attributes and then call a function from there. But in jQuery, we could just simply do it using the jQuery, uh, which is a document ready function. So click event has handled. We just have to pass a function in its arguments, so which will tell it what to do when a click is done on this PM push me field button. So the function is ready. We do not need to write the function name here, as we are just passing the whole function to an event handler. So we will, let's say, alert button is pressed. We just control F5, click the button is pressed. So our click event is working, and we just okay. For no, let's see. So clicking this sample link takes us to the jQuery.com jQuery website, uh, but we want to do something else on this place. So we will, and that too via JavaScript. So we will first bind an event with this. Um, Here's the link. Now let's add an ID to it. ID SM link, maybe anything you want. So we'll call it by ID SM link, and obviously for calling it by ID you need a sharp at start dot click function, then this one, and let's end this by the semicolon. Let's say alert SM link is clicked. At this point we will not get our desired uh, outcome, but we will come to that in a minute. So clicking this sample link shows alert box, and it also goes to the jQuery.com. So we want it to not go there. For that we will so this link's default functionality is to go to the jQuery.com, but we just want this thing to happen and prevent this. So what we will do, we will pass the event by any name. We can do this, we can call it event or eve, whatever. So we are calling it passing it into the function by using e, and then right away we will do this e.prevent default. This will prevent the default functionality of a link. For in case of link, it can be a very useful uh, thing, but for a submit button, it can be more useful thing in a case when you have to not to submit it the form before doing the validation, and then submit it via JavaScript after the validation have been passed. So this is an example, just an example of preventing the default functionality. To see if it worked, click. No, it didn't, because this T should be capital. Let's try it out. Here it goes, it shows the alert and it prevents its default functionality. And if we see there, this thing is still here, but JavaScript has stopped it from going to the next page. So there are many other what you can say events which we can handle. For example, uh, we put something like focus event on this field, maybe this field, maybe do it with some text field like this email. So I want a focus alert for this. For example, if it is clicked, or I am on this field and then I click tab, it is came under focus, so it should do something. So for that we will just write a piece of code which is let's see what's the ID of email, which is in fact email. So dollar, then again jQuery email dot focus, just like click function. We don't want to do something with the event thing. You don't need to pass it like that. If you want to prevent default or something else, you can always do it later. You just want to do something, maybe console.log hi email field is now in game in focus. So what I have done what I have done right now is I used a console.log function instead of an alert. This also shows us text, but somewhere else. For example, let's see. Here's our Firebug, and here is console. So it's enabled for this page, and when we come under focus, here it is. Hi email field is now in focus. So instead of just alerting, we have just shown the text here, but the event handler is working same like that. So we can, alert is not a very good thing to work with. Let's do it console the log. Alert is just irritating. Console the log. So we will test these two. See, not this one. SM is clicked. Push me is pressed. Or the email is came under focus, whatever. So as the focus, there is another function, blur. That's like blur. So you just call it function. It's event. The email field lost its focus. So let's refresh it. We are on last name field. We came on into the email. It have shown something, and as it here as it's focused, and now we press the tab once again, and it have lost the focus, and we have shown some text on it losing the focus. So we have handled three kinds of we have handled three kinds of events till now. Let's try something else. There are a whole lot of events. For example, for the first name, dot change. Now there is another change event. If a value of a field is fully changed, and whenever the field loses the focus, it does something. Console.log. The value is changed. So here it is. We are on first name, and we go to the next field, nothing happened. But we are on first name. We have changed its value. Let's do it Huram. We are gone to next field, and still nothing has happened. We had did something wrong. Yeah, here it is. So its ID is FN. Yeah, let's go back. So we are on first name field. We have changed the text in it, and then gone to the next field, and here it goes. The change event has fired. This is just an example. We can use this all these events for much better thing. For example, we want always something in this first name field. So what we will do, we will get its value. For example, let's start this dot val. This will give us the value equals. For example, if field is empty, let's alert the user. So what we can do here is this dot css background color. In fact, I wanted to change the border color to maybe red. So user knows that he have to so here we have emptied the field. We'll go on to the next field and the border have changed, but we have to change it back when it has some value. So let's do that as well. Border color to whatever it was in the beginning, let's say black. Also let's do the border width 1px. See, we have some text in the field, we have emptied it, gone to the next, then came back, written some text back. Okay, it's just again normal. So that is another useful use of this change function. You can do lot more. Let's try another event, which is a key press. So here it goes. Hash email dot s underscore key press. And this one do this. Use a function body or something. But key is pressed. So it was on email. Key is pressed. Okay. If we activate the console once again and start doing the console.log and search console.log, you can better see this. The key is pressed. So the message is the same, just this count starts increasing. So we can try something else. We can do, instead of key press, we can use the key down. It's when we have pressed the key but have not unpressed it back. We have not lifted the finger. So if we here this key is, let's say, down. So we can also do key up here. So we have already pressed the key but we have not lifted up. So you can see in the console there is no message, but as soon as I will lift it up, here let's see the key is down. So delete this And again, in fact, the message is wrong, but the event was correct. So similarly, we have seen some of the events like click, focus, blur, change, key up, key down, and key pressed, which can be used in the different purposes. And if you ask me, these are very most commonly used when you are doing the web applications development, and there are hundreds of events, more events, which you can just go online on a jQuery site or somewhere, and you can learn. But I just had to give you an idea. But mostly we use these and maybe some more. Let's see on some more mouse events. For that, I had made this text area. So let's try something. Where's the code of text area? Here it is. This is a div with some sample text. Okay, my div is its ID. That is what I was interested in. My div dot let's say mouse enter. So again the function, closing the function. All of this is coming inside the jQuery document.ready function, which is this one. So there's a mouse enter function, and this is probably not capital. Let's see. Again console dot log mouse has entered. So there you go. When mouse is entering, see this count, this is increasing, and it's showing that it is, these are the multiple messages. So we can also do a mouse leave function. Leave event, refreshing it. Here mouse has entered. Let's see, mouse has left. So here the mouse is entered. I did not have refreshed it. Entered left, entered left, entered left, entered left, entered left. You can see all this here. And you can also do mouse is moving, and that on mouse move event, which is pointed to that div. So here it is, mouse is moving. See this count. Let's clear it. See, entered, moving. See, this count is increasing. Entered, moving, and then left. So let's do something useful. Let's change the color. css background dash color red. When it has entered, mouse is leaving. Let's make it something like 50. So mouse of entered, mouse of left, mouse of entered, left, enter, left, enter, left. We can do this is again an example. We can do lots of other things with this, and Google is always your uh, friend. You can search anything on Google about jQuery. Do tell us if you have any questions in the comments. Like and subscribe and share this video with others.